Do you seriously need all those items in your house? Like, real talk. You got everything for every occasion laying around somewhere tied up in the house. Like, ask yourself, do you really need all that? Because to put it like this, I know people that have everything for every occasion, every holiday, every whatever, when you need it. But turns out when that event, that occasion, that holiday rolls around, they don't even know where it's at because it's so much. They have too many things. And you do too. You do too. You need to get rid of it. And honestly, having too much clutter, it just leads to a cluttered mind. And a messy mind makes you more unorganized and not on track with your goals. You want to do something productive, but your room's a mess. Everything's all out of whack. You go to your desk to work, but yet you got 50 different things on your desk. Get rid of it. Honestly, get rid of it. Because it's not serving you no good keeping it. And to be honest, for me, my house is small. Where I stay at now is pretty small. So having less items actually makes it feel wider than it is, you know? It's bigger. Feels more roomy, right? When you got all these items, you got 5 different pieces of furniture and 2 lamps and everything else, all these knickknacks, whatever, got stuff in storage, like, it makes your house, if it's already small, it's gonna seem 5 times smaller. No lie. Now, my house, my room, my desk, I have minimal items. Like, if you're not using something, if you haven't touched that item within the past week, safe to say you can get rid of it. At least get that part out of sight. If you haven't dealt with it in a month, let's just say you got a stapler or something on your desk. You ain't used it in a week, alright, that need to go somewhere. You haven't used it in a month, do you really need it? Nah, it might not be the best example, just because, you know, stapler is kind of small and it's kind of like an office supply and whatnot. But think of something bigger. Think of something bigger that you got. I know family that they have 3 Christmas trees and they're staying at a small complex like me. Like, why do you have 3 Christmas trees? You want to hang them up everywhere? Like, no, get rid of 2 of them. You don't need all that extra stuff. You got 5 different dressers. What do you need all them dressers for? To store more junk? You open up all the dressers, they're all out of whack, unorganized. Get rid of them. This applies to clothes as well. You really don't need a big wardrobe like you think you do. Me, I'm into fashion and everything like that, but I realize now it's such a waste of time. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money. And when you're trying to figure out an outfit, there's no reason it should be taking you 10 plus minutes to come out with an outfit, you know? Like 10 plus minutes every day. I mean, just in a week alone, you wasted an hour that you could be doing something more productive. A tip, what I do, okay, so I am into fashion, but I have 1 pair of nice shoes for every colorway, right? So I don't need 10 different Jordans or Yeezys in the red colorway. I'll get 1, maybe 2 pairs of shoes in red, only because I wear red more often. But like blue, green, purple, like you only need 1 pair of those type of shoes. There's no reason to be having all this other stuff. And keep it simple. Keep it simple with the shirts. White tees, black tees. Throw a simple hoodie on. You know? Sure, you might like the colors and everything else, mix and match. But it's honestly a big waste of time. And it's a huge inventory space that's taken up in your room, in your closet. Might be taking up multiple dressers. With all this extra stuff that you do have, I recommend starting off listing it on eBay. When I I heard about eBay. Well, everybody knows about eBay, but actually listing it and selling stuff, I'm thinking, yeah, okay. So I found some stuff around the house. Not too high ticket items, maybe like $50 to $300 in that price range. I'm like, all right, you know, I really don't trust it as much because you got to ship it to someone you don't really know. But $300 at worst, all right, I kind of learned my lesson. But like, you know, you could lose 50, $100. It's something you need to get rid of anyway. So I take the chance with it. But so far, I've been doing it the past month, and honestly, it's like way better than these other apps. Like OfferUp, I always used to try to list stuff on there, and I would get some sales. Don't get me wrong, I would get some sales on stuff, but with eBay, it's cool because you can do it to anyone, whereas OfferUp is kind of more like a local thing and whatnot. So eBay, list everything on there, give it about a month, then reduce the price by like 10 bucks. And I'm telling you, I'm getting hits on stuff. Like I have a punching bag, I just sold that for 50 bucks. I wasn't even using it. It was literally just sitting there. I was planning on it in maybe like a year or something. I get a house, maybe throw it in the garage. But man, if I could get rid of it now, give me 50 bucks, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And it clears up the space. Like I was saying, I got a small house. I need extra space. Not to fill it up now. You don't want to get rid of stuff just to fill it back up with junk. No, you want to keep it organized, neat, less cluttered. Minimalism, honestly, it was a switch for me. I didn't have this minimalistic mindset like I do now, but having it just relieves a lot of stress that comes with not knowing, you know, where all your items are at. You're content with only having 5 to 10 items, you know? And with being minimalistic, you kind of start to appreciate the smaller things in life because, hey, you really don't have that much, you know, of stuff. I start appreciating, you know, the couple pair of shoes I use and wear more often, a couple sweatshirts, you know, it's stuff like that you start to really appreciate it. That's all I got.